Welcome to Made for More podcast, where faith and personal growth converge. I'm Julia, and I'm honored to guide you on a journey of empowerment and transformation alongside our occasional co-host, Omar. We are passionate believers and advocates for unlocking your God-given full potential. Join us as we explore the intersection of faith, life, business, and relationships, igniting a fire within to embrace the truth that your life is destined for greatness. Together, we'll uncover strategies, insights, and stories that inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Get ready to embark on a fulfilling quest towards personal and professional fulfillment, guided by faith and the unwavering belief that you, my friend, are made for more. Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know why or how, besides just divine intervention, that this documentaries landed in my lap. I follow somebody, I think it's a lady from Mary Kay, but I forgot her name. And I just caught my attention, I guess. Like it said, the Millionaire Within Her. And I thought it was like her own thing she was doing. I didn't even understand it. It was Christy Frank. I'm sorry. Didn't even know who Christy Frank was, to be honest with you. But apparently she was like on The First Apprentice and has been with Oprah, and anything that you do with Oprah, like clearly you're pretty amazing. And she was interviewing like the top 50 millionaires or successful women in the world. So I just click on this and it's free. I'm sure, like she's probably smart. Every day, like a new video drops and goes away. So I'm sure you can like buy it for a package deal, but I'm just taking in all the free content. If you are listening to this right now, it's June, it's mid-June. You can just Google search GTS, the Millionaire Within Her, and maybe add in Christy Frank and see if it's still available for free. If not, then you're gonna have to pay to access it. And honestly, it's probably worth paying for. I'm not paying because I'm in it right now and getting exposure to it right now and just taking notes and listening each day. So it's like an hour every day for maybe like 8 or 9 days. I'm not really sure. And so far, I've missed a few days because I didn't even click on it at first. I was like, okay, that looks cool. And I finally like took the time to listen and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And let me tell y'all why my mind is blown and why I'm just like, wow. Not everything that I've heard is new. A lot of it's like repetitive, but I always say it's always good to have that refresher. It's always good to hear things again. Like maybe I've heard it before, but that one person said it at the right time for it to connect with me, right? Like maybe I'm going to say something to you today that you've already heard before, but you can either relate to me or the way I'm saying it, you can connect it with it more, or it's just at a better time for it to actually resonate with you more, okay? So that was first and foremost that I think because I gave space and time to like inhale and receive the information, I think that was helpful. And what I also love is that Christy Frank was very intentional about getting diverse women. So my word for the year is alignment. However, I'm starting to like notice this word possible. Like it keeps coming up in Iowa. When I walked the stage, to me, that was showing myself that it's possible. But not only me, when I saw other women who I would have probably have never guessed just off of the vibes that they gave, or, you know, like the down to earth vibe, or just the very like average looking woman, I'm just gonna be honest, walking the stage too, I'm thinking this is possible for people that are average, that people that have a simple life, for people that are down to earth, right? So it's just that moment of like, this is possible. And then when I'm seeing other women, and I'm not to say like let me just back it up. Millionaire Within Her is like living a life of abundance. Maybe I am going to be a millionaire one day, who knows? But I'm not even taking in all these notes and all these things as I'm trying to be a millionaire tomorrow. I'm taking it in of like, I want to live a life of abundance. I know that God created us to live a life of abundance. I know that we're not meant to be in scarcity mindset and like survival mode. We're meant to be in thriving mode. I know that we're meant to not be in debt. I know that we're meant to have a life filled of amazingness and abundance so that we can provide and give back to people as well. So I say all this to say the Millionaire Within Her, I think, spoke to me because it tells me that it's something that you're working on within, and it's a mindset and a mentality. I probably wouldn't have clicked on it if it said how to be a millionaire. I'd probably be like, what? No, I'm not. But the Millionaire Within Her, okay? And that it was diverse women. And for me, seeing a Black female, first of all, let's just go back to the fact that they're all female. So I think I also resonated and clicked and connected with them because a lot of times in this industry, or a lot of times in general in business, entrepreneurship, even in network marketing space or just whatever, when you think of millionaires or successful people, besides the people at the top of your makeup company or your boutique company or possibly even skincare, I know there could be guys too, you have those people that are successful, but a lot of times the people that we're listening to on podcasts or books or whatever are men, right? Like John Maxwell or oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank on Bob Proctor. Just other people that are like men, right? So this gave me a chance to listen into other women and what they're doing in their life for their businesses and to build their success. And then on top of that, she found people from different countries. So honestly, I don't remember their ethnicity, but different countries. I know one lady was Spanish because she was from Spain. But African-American woman from U.S., the Mary Kay lady, I don't remember her name. Gloria, it just came to me, Gloria. So me sitting and seeing that made it possible. So that's something I want you to write down in your grow or your growth journal is the word possible. Write it big because that's what I'm hoping to give to you today during this episode. I already prayed about this episode, that it is something that will resonate with you and that it will bring you some type of clarity and honestly, direction, like some guidance on like how to take messy action after this. Like I'm taking in all this information and I'm like, I gotta go do something with it. I gotta apply it. I gotta teach it. So go and share this podcast episode with your teams or with your friend or with your family. Go and teach as well and go and apply. Like take these practices and these tips and these ideas like I am going to do and apply it. Okay. So possible. That was what resonated with me. And I hope that's what resonates with you. So the other thing that I've noticed, and like I said, I missed some of them, but I think I've listened to like 3 now, is the common denominator when these women are talking. Everybody's experiences are different. Not everyone's a network marketer. Some people are doing like coaching. Some people have like some stuff I don't even understand what they're talking about type of business. Some people have all kinds of businesses and all types of backgrounds. Like some people were like, I was raised in poverty and I came out of poverty. Or some people were like, I was raised in a Christian home where like you're not supposed to want to have a lot of money. Like money's bad in a way. Like you should always give if you have money. Things like that. So, and not to say that you still don't give. Like I think her point was like, it's okay for me to be wealthy and still be able to give to people, but it's okay for me to have wealth. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's from different backgrounds, but almost every single woman, and I think there's like 3 women in an episode. So I've heard like 9 of them now, I think. Every single one of them always talks about belief, the power of belief, the power of you believing in yourself and truly saying, I'm going to do this because I set my mind to do it. I'm putting the belief out there that it's going to happen. I'm asking, I'm praying, I'm seeking God on this. I'm putting it out in the universe for it to come back to me, things like that. So I just thought that was so interesting that they all talked about the belief and the mindset of their success. And at some point they had to listen to somebody or, you know, they went to a certain training or they spent thousands of dollars and really, really invested in themselves and really, really invested in mindset and the power of belief and that, you know, basically if you believe it's to be, it'll be. Or, you know, you've probably heard too, like, whatever you put your mind on, your thoughts on, that's what the lifestyle that you'll create. So again, I've heard all these things, but I think listening to it from a woman's perspective and then seeing people that are truly like successful talking about their versions of it, was really impactful. So I'll share a little bit more here in a second, because I'm going to dive into some of the ideas and the tips that they shared. The next thing that they all kind of talked about, or almost all of them talked about, was gratitude. So everybody has their own gratitude practice. I use my gratitude journal where I say every morning, but I try to do it every morning. I sit down and write my 5 things I'm grateful for. I've mentioned it before on several episodes. And so that was just an affirmation and for me of and confirming I'm doing the right thing by starting my day off in gratitude. When you start your day off in gratitude, you're already operating from a feeling of abundance and high vibe. So I know for me, when I was off on my gratitude journal and not applying it, I was more in a funk stage, or I wasn't super energetic, or I wasn't super smiley and happy. But when you sit down every morning, I say do it in the morning instead of night, because then you get to start your day, like I said, in that high vibe and that gratitude, and you're opening and willing to receive more things to be grateful for. But usually I just kind of reflect over the day before, what happened yesterday that I'm grateful for. So one lady talks about that's one thing she's a millionaire for, is she creates mind movies. I'm pretty sure you could do this simply for yourself. You can make some graphics, you can take some pictures, you could put it in a Vimeo or an iMovie or whatever, but it's basically a vision board, but through a movie. So it's playing in your mind and you attach it to a song. And so when you hear that song, you play that movie. It's a really more upgraded version of a vision board. I say I'm going to check her out. I'm going to GTS, Google that ish, and check out her mind movies. Maybe it's cheap. I don't really know. But I also know that that's something that you can easily create. So she does mind movies. Another person talked about that they have daily dazzle, where they ask God to dazzle them each day. And so they reflect on how did God work in something magical, or kind of sprinkled in some amazing dazzle in their life. Another one, this is probably one of my favorites. She talked about gratitude, and I do it, right? But I'm going to level up my gratitude because of her, because she said, be grateful for things that happened, right? So yesterday, be thankful for things that are currently going on. Be thankful for your current obstacles and challenges, y'all. That is huge. Because how many people are oh my gosh, I got laid off, or oh my gosh, I have a flood in the house that flooded my house, or oh my gosh, I have been in a rut and so I gained weight, whatever. So instead of looking at the bad or the challenge or the obstacle, she's saying find gratitude in that. So maybe it's thank you for the laid off job, because I know it's going to put me into position for a better job later. Or I know this time that I'm at home is during COVID, that we all just experienced and still experiencing. Thankful for this quarantine time. Thank you for this, slow down time, because it's giving me more time to work on my dreams, my visions, my goals, or my projects that I've always been wanting to work on. Thank you for the flood in my house, because now I understand how to be more grateful for the home I have and not to take it for granted. And honestly, a lot of times, I don't know, when things like tragedy or things like that happen to me, it's usually a blessing in disguise, because usually I end up getting $500 out of it, because when you look at the insurance that you're gonna get back for it, and you whatever, the work, you can do it cheaper, and you can get a nice little extra cash in your pocket, okay? So things like that. And what I love, I'm gonna also, let me finish gratitude. So then the next thing that was really cool that I don't do is, she said, and I don't remember which person this is, so I'm sorry. I'll share 2 names that I do remember. I can't remember this lady's name. Because I want you to follow them. These people are powerful. Any little bit when they go live or when they do a post, or I think a couple of them have a podcast too. Look into it and learn. So then the third part of gratitude, be thankful for what happened. Be thankful for your obstacles, challenges, whatever. And then be thankful for what's going to happen. So to me, taking that gratitude to the next level of future kind of ties back into that belief and that manifestation. You already are putting out there that you believe this is going to happen. You believe you're going to be a top rank. You believe you're going to be a top seller. You believe you're going to walk the stage. You believe you're going to be a 6-figure earner. You believe you're going to get out of debt. You believe you're going to whatever it is. And you manifest that. You do a mind movie, or you visualize that. You put it on your vision board, all those things on your vision board. But this part to me kind of closes that gap. It's like making it a reality when you're already putting into practice that you're grateful for it already happening. Like, I'm grateful that I'm already a 6-figure earner. I'm grateful for my future of continuously being a top rank. I'm thankful for whatever it is, being debt free. Like, that's powerful, you guys, to take my gratitude to that next level of just already putting into practice of saying, I'm thankful for being debt free. I'm thankful for being financially free, and already talking about things that haven't happened yet, but you know it's going to come. Can y'all see how that can like truly like shift your mind and make your dreams and your vision a reality? All right. So the next thing that they had in common that I noticed is they all talked about vision. They talked about, like I mentioned, it kind of goes with belief and manifesting and the vision. And they all do it differently, but I could tell these women are powerful because they had a vision for their life and they put it into practice. But what I also noticed, because I've kind of been on this kick lately, none of them talked about like hustling all night. I mean, maybe like one or two talked about like they wanted something to happen, so they went into go mode or whatever, but nobody ever said like, I'm a millionaire because I stayed up all night making this a dream a reality. I'm a millionaire because I worked like a dog and I was a slave to my business. Like, none of them. Every single one of them talked about how they believed in themselves. They believed in what they had to offer the world. They believed in abundance. They put it out there. They prayed about it. They had faith in it. They manifested that, and it came to be. Okay, so that was super important, that their vision was very, very clear. That goes back to the Bible. And, you know, have a vision, write it down, make it plain, and go forth, right? All right, so some of the tips that I liked. One of them was, let me share their names first. Danelle Delgado is one that spoke, and it's not Danielle, it's Danelle, Danelle, Delgado. Google her, you'll find her really quickly. She has lots of things. I think her website is even her name. She's on Facebook, active. I'm sure she's in Clubhouse, you know, all the things that everybody does. I don't think she has a podcast, but she's on different people's podcasts. If you search her name in your podcast app, you will see how she's been on guest shows of things. The next name is Gina DeVee, Davee, and she has a podcast. She has her own like TV show. Like, she has a lot of stuff going on too. So follow her. And I really wish I could remember that other lady's name, and I just can't. And so I apologize. If I happen to remember it, I can just add it later to the show notes or something. But she was the one that really got me thinking first that like this is a game changer on information. Gosh, what is her name? That's going to drive me nuts. I'm so sorry. But I liked her. So one of the first tips that I liked was our brain is always looking for whatever we want. So if we are looking for good, guess what our brain's going to do? It's going to find good. If we're looking for bad, guess what our brain's going to do? It's going to find bad. It kind of goes back to, I know this is to be true, because have you ever looked at a new car and you're like interested in a new car and you're like, I really want a Range Rover. I really want a BMW. I really want a Lexus. I really want a Rogue, whatever. All of a sudden, everywhere you go, you start seeing your dream car. And it's like, did those cars just all of a sudden get on the highway? They weren't on the highway last year or 3 years ago. No, it's because you started to look for it. You were wiring your brain to look for whatever you want. If you spend your day and your morning looking for gratitude, guess what you're going to find every day? Things to be grateful for. And when you continue that practice, and you know every day I'm going to have to wake up in the morning and think about things to be grateful for, I'm going to find it. So the other day, my mom called me, and my mom calls me every day. I call her every day. But for some reason, in that moment of just having a grateful heart, she said, hello. And I said, man, what a blessing it is to be able to hear your voice today. Good morning. I love you. I'm just so grateful for this moment. Y'all, like, I don't know if I would have said that or felt that if I hadn't been practicing, or if I haven't been practicing gratitude for years now. Like, I think it's been 2 years, and I've been like more consistent the last year and a half or so. But I think when you're intentional about that, and you know that you're looking for the good, and you're expecting the good, and you are being appreciative and grateful for the good, you find those moments. Because I know every day is not promised. I mean, I have, family members that are sick right now. I have, people that are passed away from COVID, and things that happen just any old day where my parents are not, spring chicken. Like, it's not like I'm 10 and they're 40. I mean, I know that, like, how life goes. So it's just like, I know people that have lost their mom. I know people that have lost their dad this year. So I'm thankful for this moment to be able to answer the phone, my mom calling me, and to be able to hear her voice. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Do y'all understand gratefulness? It's got to be more than just like, I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my mom. Like, what specific things can you be more intentional and specific about? And then when you, like, I'm going back to that tip, when you like hone in on that, your brain is always going to be looking for whatever you want. Y'all, everything is perspective. Somebody's going to see COVID and be like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Can't go anywhere, can't travel, can't do anything, can't see people. And then you're going to have the same person who has experienced COVID and experiencing the same exact time of life that's like, thank God for COVID. I know that was me. I was like, it slowed me down. It gave me the break that I needed because I have been go, go, go in business and in my educational career and everything for so long. I had worked most summers, and it was a very, very difficult first year being an AP, just to be honest. Like, the kids were a little crazy. I had 4 teachers quit that my first year. Like, it was a lot. So, like, it allowed me to have a break for a little bit, which, I mean, I was appreciative for. It allowed me to do some personal development. It allowed me to start coaching teachers again because I had to get them prepared to do, like, online learning. Some of these teachers have never set up an online classroom platform, even though we've had that for years now in the world. So to me, I'm like, thank God I get to focus on my health again right now while I'm home. I get to focus on, like, personal development, growth. I focus on my spiritual journey. I got closer to God than I ever had before. Thank God for COVID. So y'all see what I'm saying? Like, 2 people living the exact same life. One is like, I can't stand it. I'm miserable. I don't like this. I can't travel. And the other's like, yeah, I can't travel, but I can still FaceTime my family. I'm probably talking to my distant family more now than I could a couple years ago because we can't travel, right? Because we want to make sure we stay connected with people. So whichever lady it was, when they were talking about everything is perspective, it just reminded me that we create our own world. Like, we create our own reality. Whatever you put your mind to, it is. So if your perspective is things are good, even if there's some bad to it, it goes back to what part of this can you still be grateful for? And the reason why you want to choose, it's not like you're just going to be fluffy and like, oh, everything's rainbow and sunshines. But the reason why you choose gratefulness, the reason why every single woman is talking about being grateful, the reason why you always want to, like, whatever your mind is telling you is what you want. So if you focus on the good, you're going to get more good. If you focus on the bad, you're going to get more bad. Now, everything's perspective. The reason why this is so important is because the results you want in life dictate your perspective. If you want more good, if you want more abundance, you have to be grateful for what you already have. Why would God give you more if you're not even grateful for what you have? Why would the universe respond to your energy, right? Because I do believe in science and, like, energy. Energy's around us. You could feel it in a room. When you talk to somebody, you could feel somebody's aura, right? Like, our souls, everything has energy around us. So why would there be good energy and more good energy coming to you if you aren't appreciative for the energy that's already around you? Okay, so that was really huge. Okay, the next thing that was the big takeaway was you have to be it first. So in order to receive it, in order for it to happen, in order for that future life that does not exist for you yet to be a thing, and this kind of comes from The Secret. A couple of them mentioned The Secret, but you have to feel it. Like, you have to be it. How many of you have heard people say, like, if you want the dream home, go drive in those dream neighborhoods. If you want the, dream car, go to the dealership and go sit in it. The reason why people tell you to do those things is because it helps you feel it. It helps you be it. And then that thing will actually come to be because you're wiring your mind more than just like, oh, I want this to I am this. And when you go from I want to I am, then your life starts to create what you are. You tell your life what you want. You ask, believe, and receive, right? You have not because you ask not. I just mentioned that on another episode. That's biblical. So yes, you could talk about things from a spiritual stance and you could talk about things from like the universe and science stance, but it all merges together to me because God created the universe. God created science. So whenever it's in the Bible and says you have not because you ask not, that's real. Start asking and believing what you want and start being it, feeling it, that you deserve it, and it will be. Okay, so I loved that one. And then the last one, and I'm going to continue to practice a lot of this stuff and to look back at some of my notes because I do have a few pages of notes and then I'm still listening as they drop more videos. I'll be back for more tips. I will be back with like sprinkling in some of my new knowledge and all those things. But I was just like, I have got to do this right now. Got to record it while it's on my mind. The last one that I do remember Danielle saying is, who loses if you don't win? So a lot of the times we have these limiting beliefs. Like, I don't want to post too much because I don't want to be too spammy. Like, I don't want to like go live because I just don't think I'm that, like, I don't have that big personality. I'm not that bold, or I don't want to reach out to certain people and that have shown interest by liking my post or they join my group, but I don't want to reach out because I don't know, like, I'm a little nervous to do that. Who loses if you don't win? If you are not winning in life, who's losing? And if you change your mind to more of that service, like I'm wired, I am made. My purpose is for me to win so that I can help others win. My purpose in me to create this podcast that's free content is because I know it's going to level me up. And if I'm sharing this information, it's going to level some other woman or male up and that they are going to win because I'm winning. Who loses? Who loses, sis, if you don't win? So start operating from the mindset of, I got to show up. I got to level up. I got to win. I got to show my wins so other people can be inspired by that and so that they don't lose. Because I'm telling you right now, somebody needs you. Somebody needs your voice. Somebody needs you to show up. Somebody needs you to show, who you are. Somebody needs you to show their wins. Because I'm going to go back to that one word. What's that one word I talked about? Somebody needs you so it's for them possible. They need your voice, your live, your face, your energy, so they know it's possible for them as well. That's all I got for today. I love you guys. I truly do. I'm grateful for you. I meant to start this episode off with a written review, but I totally forgot. So thank you for those. This is my gratefulness here. Like, I hope you can feel it. Thank you for those that have taken the time, the 1 minute, to write a written review. I appreciate you. It helps with the visibility of this podcast. I'm literally doing this to serve and hope that it gets to more and more people just because I will know that I'm living out my purpose. But if it doesn't, it's okay. Like if it's just the 100 to 200 people that keep listening and coming back more and more for every episode that gets these thousands of views, I'm okay with that. I'm here for that. But I would love to know if that is you. If you're one of the people that are listening in, it literally does my heart so good because I'm not going to lie. It gets hard sometimes to like keep showing up to do these podcast episodes. And the way you guys fill me back up is by writing the written review, by sending me a Facebook message. My name is just Julia Graham Chapman on Facebook. Hopefully you're in our business tree group. If you're not, go to the show notes. You can click and connect there. Screenshot this episode if it changed some kind of perspective. I want you to not just sit with this, okay? Go and apply it. How can you apply it? Maybe you put on your vision board that you're going to make a new movie. Maybe you said, I'm not going to just be grateful for things I have just happened. I'm going to start being grateful for things that are in the future. Maybe you're going to start working on your own belief and your own mindset. And now you're starting to think, okay, I know that is perspective. Whatever I think can be. So let me start working more on this practice, right? And the last one, and probably my favorite, who loses if you don't win, sister? So I want you to go and put forth the action, messy action if you have to. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.